Hi guys, it's an absolute stunning morning here in Perth. Okay, it's a little bit cool, but the sun's out and it's going to get warmer as the day goes on. So it's actually perfect running conditions right now. So once I've shot this video, then I'm going to get the shoes on and get out here and enjoy it. It's spring marathon season. So for some of you, you'll be into the taper. You'll start with the taper. Others, you'll be hitting the taper soon, depending on when your race is. Now, my question to you this morning is, one is, how long is your taper? And two, what do you do in that time? Now, conventional theory suggests that you should do your last big run about 3 weeks out, then start to reduce the mileage, etc., and prime your body ready for race day. But I think that's a very generalised thing, and the taper should be an individual thing, depending on how your training has gone. So perhaps, personally, I prefer a 2-week taper because I don't really like the idea of standing on the start line thinking, right, it's been 3 weeks since I last did a really big run, a decent run. And for some, doing the inverse taper, where you treat the marathon as almost like as a long run, and you build up to it. So we're maybe doing, I don't know, like 18 or 20 the week before. And so that all works, that's all fine. It's all very much depending on how your training has gone and how and what you respond to personally. But the most important thing is not so much the time of the length of the taper, but what you do in it. Now, you should be gradually reducing the mileage, etc., the load, but for some people, they do it gradually, but I've seen others recently who seem to cut right back and cut back probably a bit too much. And certainly the theory is, yes, you want to rest the body, you want to avoid injury, and so be in prime shape. But I would say if you've got your training right, then and you've avoided injury throughout the training, then there's no reason to suggest that you're likely to get injured in the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I would be, and of course, if you want to prime your body, then if you've got the training right, then your body should be primed for every long run that you do. So again, you decide on what your taper is. So if it's a 3 weeks, so after you've done, let's say, maybe a 20-mile run 3 weeks out, you don't have to go down to 12. You could do about 16 or 18 the week after. Then reduce to maybe, I don't know, 15, perhaps 14 the week before the marathon. So really it's, yeah, reduce the mileage, but maintain the intensity. And certainly the last week is when you maybe just last a week to 2 weeks is gradually reduce it. And in the last week, it's just keeping things ticking over, then starting to prepare for race day. So the key thing is, I would say, my advice is, keep your body moving, keep doing what you're doing, don't stop, don't cut right back, because you're going to be probably nervous enough on race day without standing there thinking, do I remember how to run? Can I run at this pace? So perhaps on the week leading up to the marathon, then you can start to maybe focus on a week or 2 weeks during the taper, do more steady runs rather than doing maybe intervals, because when you get to that stage, there's nothing really, in terms of intervals, there's nothing you can do that's going to make too much of a difference on race day. So what you could do, what you'd be better doing, is perhaps focusing more on steady pace runs, but going at marathon pace. So get used to the pace and be aware of how it feels when you're running at that pace, so it becomes easier to slot into on race day. So you're not having to kind of be a slave to the watch. You can just say, you know the rhythm, you know how the pace feels, so slot into how that feels, and you'll probably feel more relaxed as you run in the race. So let me know your thoughts in the box below in the comments, and got any questions, give me a shout. I look forward to reading your answers, and see you next time. Happy running!